The college football experience, week 13 pregame show. That Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5, get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code. That is TCE SGPN. So do that and let it ride.
Hey, this is LeGarrette Blunt, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience, week 13 pregame show. Yes, youtube.com/the college experience. What are you doing right now? Hit that like and subscribe button. We got Muddy Waters howling in the background because the dogs perhaps are barking today. Good morning. Good day. Good everything. Whoa, this camera's tripping me out. Just woke up and hopefully you caught our college hoop show yesterday because we were pretty fire on those picks. And it carries over. And how about the pussy pack of NC State hitting for me on the money line last night against Florida State? And that was also a contest play. So boom, there we go. And look, I'm very excited for today. I am not at my residence, so I don't have 9 TVs in front of me. So after this, we are heading out to the local sports bar with the laptop because I can count on some of these TMZ sports bars not having on Harvard, Yale, or Lehigh Lafayette. We will get there. Major day in the FCS, pretty good day in the FBS, D2, D3, NAIA playoffs all rolling too, and it is football heaven. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, that's fair. My name is Colby Swig, Database Dan, aka Pick Don D. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
And you're nothing but a chameleon, lemon-headed, coward, terrorist pussy. And I'm after you, buddy. You're going to pay for it. Good night.
Oh boy, shout out to the chat. The great Jake Paquin in the chat. The great Channing Brown in the chat. And so on. And so next slide, Sullivan. Ferris Bueller in the chat talking Brawl of the Wild, maybe my favorite rivalry. I mean, there's a lot going on here. I'm going to try to break it down by the timing here. Noon kicks in 57 minutes. We have some fire games that with major implications as far as playoff implications, bowl game, postseason stuff. Shout out to the great Cody Frazier. But first, I am joined by my co-host. You've heard him on the NBA Gambling Podcast or the WNBA Gambling Podcast, which I highly recommend checking out both of his stuff there. But he got to start right fucking here, and that is the great Terrell Furman Jr. If I could figure this out, there we go. How are you, brother?
What's going on? What's going
on is a great week of football action. Now I know it's also the week the SEC plays like Samford, Charlotte, Mercer, but it's still a good week. I'm forgetting a couple other teams too. This is a good slate of games though, considering, we got the likes of Missouri and Oklahoma playing. There's two SEC bangers in the mix of all this, or three. And Missouri and Oklahoma start in 55 minutes here. I think the word is that Bo Pribula is going to play and start, which is pretty substantial news.
So, am I tripping? Didn't he dislocate his ankle?
That's what I thought too.
So you can
steroids. What's going on here?
I mean, he might not have that ankle anymore. It might be surgically removed, amputated, something. I'm very confused. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what a dislocated ankle is.
I mean, maybe it was just a high sprain, maybe, and we thought it was dislocated. I don't know. I mean, either way, this game becomes gigantic because you look at Missouri, who's 7-3. If they win this, they have Arkansas, so there's a decent shot they could be 9-3, and with a win over Oklahoma, who could be in the field still or in contention for the field. Now, I kind of doubt they would put Missouri in because their brand isn't as strong, and this is the committee's as corrupt as FIFA. But it would make the argument. It would make the fucking argument. This line was at 8.5. It's down to 5.5 because of the news of Prebula starting. Remember, their second strings out for the year back in late August, early September. So this is substantial news. Instead of starting a third string quarterback against the 11th ranked defense in the nation, they have a guy that with a lot of starts now. And I think Missouri's defense will have success against the Oklahoma offense. So I'm taking the points, man. I don't think they'll win it on the money line. I think Oklahoma will find a way to get it done. But 5.5, I can see this being a 21-17, a 17-14 type of game. Give me the points in Mizzou. What are you doing here?
I don't know. I think this is the sneaky game in the early window that we feel like it kind of goes Mizzou way, and Oklahoma just finds a way to get it done. And that defense is nasty and it's really good. And even with Prebula, I think they're still going to struggle on offense in this game. Load up on the unders in the game. I think unders are pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be a lot of points scored in it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Oklahoma kind of pulled away. But I also wouldn't be surprised if it's a 3-point game. Just to be different, I'll take Oklahoma, but I don't feel good about this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's not one of the better plays. I think one of the better games though, but I shop around on the total. I see 43.5 out there. Instead of 42.5, that might make a difference. Shout out to team leader. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, team leader. Hope the day treats you kind.
Happy birthday.
We got another one with major implications going on in 52 minutes. The SMU Mustangs are in a position to win this game, and I am hearing that Miller Moss, the starting quarterback for Louisville, will not be playing. Or he's doubtful, I guess, whatever that means. You would think the line would reflect it more, but I guess Jeff Brom has such a track record with quarterbacks. I remember, what year was it for Purdue where like they just went to the backup, and the backup ended up being like a stud who he played in the NFL. O'Connor, I think it was, or O'Connell. Either way,
O'Connell.
Yeah, but I think someone else was starting, and then he came in. So my point is that like he kind of keeps, as a former NFL quarterback himself, Jeff Brown. That's one position where, I mean, obviously there's a drop off. You don't have your starting quarterback, but I will say he normally has his quarterback shit together. More than most coaches. SMU's laying 4.5. I like Brom as a dog, dude. I'm going to take the points. If they lose, it'll be like 31-28 or something. I don't think they're just going to get blown out. I actually think Louisville's got the more talented roster. Well, I don't know. With Miller Moss out, I can see, I guess, why it's 4.5. What are you doing here? This one, I think I am going to bet Louisville in the 4.5. I think I might just take it on the money line at plus 160. What are you doing here?
I know I'm not the biggest buyer in this SMU team right now and what they have going on. I just think there's a lot of really close games in there, and this could be one of those close games. But it's concerning if you're down the QB, you're down Isaac. Is Isaac Brown playing in this game? Is he still out?
I think he's still out.
Yeah, so you're down a really great back. You're down your QB. Is not the continuity here on offense. So it does give me a little bit cause for concern. I do see what you're saying, and I do understand where this could be probably 3-point game or so, but I think SMU is going to be able to go get this done here at home. Still in the playoff picture in the ACC. I know it's the wild ACC, but I like SMU here at home to be able to get this done down the QB, down Isaac Brown as well, who's been out for like 3 weeks now.
Yeah, I think they're on their third string running back, Duke Watson, but he's pretty good too, though. He's not bad.
But this is,
yeah.
It's 12. It's the 12 p.m. slate, man. It gets wild. It gets crazy. Anything can happen. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Another one that I can't believe I'm saying this, but Wake Forest should be in the ACC championship. They got robbed in the Georgia Tech game.
Mm-hmm.
They're 7-3. They should be in the driver's seat for the ACC championship if that call was done correctly in the Georgia Tech game. They are looking to have a 9-3 first year season under Jake Dickert. They are hosting the Delaware Blue Hens, who are playing for a bowl game, even though I know they're not eligible, playing for essentially a non-losing
And I'm
season.
telling you, Kobe, for this Delaware game, nobody's going to be there.
And I'm telling you,
nobody.
Lock up the fucking Blue Hens plus 17.5 points because
I'll double lock that with you.
We have a rivalry game. So we have Duke on deck for Wake Forest. And then you have this little FCS. Half the roster doesn't even realize they're in the FBS coming into town. These chippy Blue Hens. Double lock on these Blue Hens. Let's go. Games, of course, on the ACC network.
Yep. No, this place does not get lit, dude, especially for games that don't matter. Like maybe if this was like a big ACC, we win this, we go into the ACC championship like next week, or like if they were playing Duke next week, like if they were playing Duke here, okay, then it would be Delaware. Nobody's coming to this game to see Delaware, and it's gonna have an impact.
I think the money line could be live, dude. Plus 750.
I will tell you, Delaware will have a section of fans.
Oh, because they're brand new to the FBS, so they would make the trip.
There's a section of fans. So Wake Forest, absolutely. There's going to be a section of fans of Delaware, and you would not think that for a Wake Forest game, but there will be a section of fans for Delaware.
Let's go. So those are the noon games. I mean, there's Rutgers, Ohio State. What? This line came down 4 points? Why? Jeremiah Smith's not playing. Who cares? Their next receiver's awesome too. I mean, Jeremiah Smith's great, but I'm just saying, like, one thing I've learned about Ohio State is like their fifth string wideout is an NFL guy. So it's like, damn, Jeremiah Smith's responsible for 4.5 points of line movement. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but
I'm fine with it now that's under 30.
28.5. I guess you got to lay it, right?
Yeah.
Jeff Sharp. No, I did not. I was at the, unfortunately the FCS show is not one that pays bills. And, I was covering the Charleston Classic in college basketball. So I did not get the freedom to do that because my Fridays, I normally do the FCS show, but I was covering the basketball tournament. So I know I'm not happy with that because I think it was the most influential week in the FCS yet, but there was just no time to get it done. There was no time to get on the same track with Mac. It was just very hard to get it done with basketball. November, now that we've built this company up a little bit, November is incredibly hard. I as an independent company, I feel like we're understaffed. And I say that with love, but I'm saying I think they would even tell you this. As an independent company, like you're understaffed, you're working relentlessly on basketball and football at the same time. I mean, I got done recording at 6 a.m. this morning, and so I got 4 hours of sleep, and boom, here we are. So it's just it didn't get done. My apologies, because it deserves it. It's a great week, but I do that show for free, so you have to. Value why are you getting paid? You know what I mean? And unfortunately that one suffered. So my apologies. We have Wazzu and James Madison playing for the first time ever
I can't believe Wazoo like had to schedule this game. Like, do you know how sick they are? The fact that like we're here in November and they have to play James Madison.
Well, here's what's interesting. I originally thought JMU getting disrespected by the playoff committee. I thought that would be the angle, but I keep hearing Bob Chesney to Penn State news. It could be a distraction too, though, man. 14.5 is a ridiculous number. I'm going to take Wazoo plus the 14.5 because Wazoo played Ole Miss really close at Ole Miss. Wazoo played UVA close at Ole Miss.
At UVA, yeah.
So I'm going to take the point. It seems like they're baiting you to take the points, but I'm still doing it. I think like JMU wins like 31-20. Wazoo's a pretty good team. They're still not bad. Like that schedule they played is ridiculous. They're like the fucking Harlem Globetrotters. They're going all over the fucking planet playing game. This is their second time in Virginia.
Yeah, that's crazy. Your second time in Virginia is insane.
I mean, they've played all over the United States.
Coming back to Virginia twice is crazy. Like that's like damn. Like you might
as well join the.
And
ACC
going
UVA, right?
UVA and JMU. Where the hell did they fly in at? They probably flew in like. They didn't fly into like Richmond and drive. Would they? No, they would probably go to
Dulles,
some like local.
Dulles?
No, but then that would be even farther to fly to drive.
I would just think you wouldn't have the.
So like you would have
right?
to fly into some rinky-dink little small regional airport, or you have to go if you have to go into a big airport, you got to go to Richmond and drive. So like you've done that twice, and they covered the first game. They were 16-point dogs.
Dude, they should have won that game. They should have won that game.
I hate when Kobe makes sense.
I mean, I got to take the points here, even though I know it's. And another thing is, Wazoo's playing for a bowl game. First year coach. And let me tell you, Wazoo in November and October, much better team than Wazoo in September. I'm taking the points. Wouldn't shock me if they won it outright.
And this game doesn't matter to JMU.
I mean, I guess to stay in the playoff rank. Well, even though they're not in the playoff rankings, they're hoping to get in the playoff rankings. That would matter. I don't think they could get to the 12-team playoff, unfortunately.
All right, Wazoo's got a case. I'll go Wazoo.
Let's go.
I don't like it.
I mean, how can anyone truly love it? These teams have never played. This is like you're traveling like 3,000 fucking miles. Baylor and Arizona. Matola in the chat says he's going to be there. Matola, tag us in your post. If you're going to games today, tag us at TCE on SGPN. Arizona. Baylor announced they're bringing back Dave Aranda. They're playing for a bowl game. Arizona's looking that they think they could have a 9-3 season if they close out the season strong, which they had a huge win last week. Yeah. They're laying 6.5 against Baylor. I'm laying it, man. I know Baylor Aranda's coming back. I'm not sure the players wanted Aranda back. And I mean this game, I will say, like, Baylor's offense, when it is clicking, they're number 2 in the nation in pass offense. But don't look now. Arizona's the number 11th pass defense in the nation. Danny Gonzalez, friend of the program, doing the damn thing as a DC over there, running that Rocky Long 3-3-5. I'm on the Wildcats. I don't love it. I'm not betting it, but I'm going to lay the 6.5. What are you doing here?
Baylor 2-8 against the spread this season. Arizona is 6-4. Baylor's 1-3 on the road. I'm good fading the Baylor Bears here. I don't like the quarterback situation. I think that the turnovers could be there. I wouldn't be surprised if Arizona had a defensive touchdown in this game. And Fafita's playing well. This offense playing well. I think Fafita should have a good amount of passing yards on this Baylor defense. I think the Baylor defense is very, very soft, very, very 2010s Big 12 and not caring about the defensive back position at all whatsoever. So, yeah, I think that Arizona has enough to be able to get this done. Win by a touchdown, sure. I like the Arizona Wildcats.
Let's go. Also at noon, Harvard, Yale. FCS playoffs on the line. First time ever. Shout out to the private school pussies for realizing not to be so pussy and play in the FCS playoffs. 7.5 at home for Yale. They've won 3 straight against Harvard. Harvard needed a 54-yard field goal to win last week at home. I think Yale is getting too many fucking points. Take that money line. What do you think about this Hokies game?
I will never lay that amount of points with Mario Cristobal. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what team they're playing. By the way, I just want you to know Mario Cristobal did not cover the number against Bethune-Cookman this season. So like I will never lay that amount of points with Mario Cristobal ever in any situation. It's Hokies all the way.
I'm seeing 61. I'm surprised it's that warm, believe it or not. But I'm seeing rain showers projected in Blacksburg today. I'll take the 17.5. I'm going to bet that. I wouldn't even shock me if the money line would, hit, because I know Virginia Tech can't make a bowl, but Franklin has said like these final 2 weeks to close out, this is tape for next year's team. Now, I don't know, take that for what it is. But this is a game,
top 15 matchup coming in town.
A lot of those guys were on the team last year that got completely hosed on that Hail Mary. Remember that. They had no right to overturn that call. Now, I personally thought they got the call wrong on the field when it happened, but the fact they overturned it, ridiculous, because there's zero video evidence to be able to overturn that. So I think
and that is why the ACC is now letting us peek behind the curtain in the Game Day Operations Center. That is literally why. Yeah. Because it was bullshit. It was complete bullshit. And now we get to see every single replay in the ACC. Kuda, finally, somebody has a good idea when shit goes wrong. Finally. Yeah. Thank you, ACC. For once, you got something the fuck right.
Virginia Tech had to sacrifice a win, so we got the sport to be better. Transparency is always a good thing. Take notes, SEC, Big 10, Big 12.
I don't know why everybody isn't doing that. Like it costs you nothing.
Dude, I heard that don't expect the SEC to do that, which makes me wonder even more how much they're cheating. Why would you not want to be more transparent?
Like, how does the NCAA see that and be like, wait, why don't we just do this everywhere?
The Big 12 is. I think the next year they're starting that. They made a statement saying they're doing that.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Kansas and Iowa State are doing battle at Jack Trice Stadium. Kansas playing for a bowl. Iowa State playing for a 7-win season, potentially 8-win season. Kansas won 3 straight, I believe. This is on Fox Sports 1 at noon. Kansas won by 9 a season ago. Both teams are coming off a bye, I believe. Your boy Rocco Beck laying 3.5. Not so fast. Jayhawks win it outright. Plus 140. At least take the 3.5.
Yeah, Iowa State has not looked the best. They finally got back right against TCU, but it's TCU. Like, come on, can't look into that too much.
They've been a huge disappointment. TCU.
Yeah, absolutely horrible. And I don't know. Kansas hasn't really been all that good either. Like,
well, they're gonna either win this week or next week. And next week's Utah. They're gonna get to a bowl, I think.
I think so too.
So
I'll take Kansas plus the points as well. Even though, I'll take Kansas plus the points. It's either you're basically taking 2 bets on Kansas. They either win this week or they win next week. Both plus money. Next week is a way juicier though. Yeah. And if they lose this week, people are probably not going to feel confident in doing it next week. But that 100% means they will 100% beat Utah next week.
Yeah, it's getting chippy in the chat. I like this. We got a game at Wrigley today where Northwestern is playing for a bowl game. I heard something. I don't know that I buy it, but I heard if is it David Braun or Ryan Braun? David Braun, right? If Northwestern does not get a win over the next 2 weeks, home to Minnesota at Wrigley, at Illinois.
So make a bowl.
Yeah, I heard they might pull the plug on him, which would be fucking weird because I think he's done a good job. Considering the hand he was dealt, I feel like he won 8 games year 1, Last season they regressed, but you shouldn't expect a bowl game every year at Northwestern. That was shocking to me. This game, Northwestern laying 4.5. The problem is, by you fucking idiots playing at Wrigley, which I love the games at Wrigley, you're gonna have a Minnesota crowd because you have a bunch of Gopher fans that are like, you know what? We're a 6-win team. We've never seen our team play at Wrigley. Half of the fans probably never even been to Wrigley. So they make it a point to go there, especially within the city of Chicago. I feel like there's a lot of people from Minneapolis. It ruins their home edge. So I'm on the Gophers plus 4.5. What are you doing here?
I will take Northwestern. I think Northwestern has the. I understand the offense is a little up and down, but I don't really think Minnesota's offense is all that good.
No,
either.
Minnesota's offense is trash.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So, but I think Northwestern has the better defense, and I think that they'll be able to go into this game defensively here and get up for the coach and play this as one of those ugly old smash mouth Big Ten games. And so, yeah, I think they win. I think they win by a touchdown. Late touchdown wins the game. Northwestern covers. Like them to win more. This is probably a better situation where you take Minnesota and you tease them up or something like that and get over a touchdown. Because I don't think either one of these two teams win by a touchdown. But give me Northwestern and 3.5. I think they're beating you.
I could see it. I don't love that game.
Northwestern by a touchdown. It's not going to be a pretty thing. Matter of fact, less than a touchdown. Yes, exactly a touchdown. 6 points exact. Northwestern by 6.
Some say I'm diabolical that I'm in the. We're in this big contest over at the Westgate for college football. And Mac, they're calling it Mac in the Box with, CJ and Ryan McIntyre. They have their own entry.
Mm-hmm.
I, for being just a great, host, recognize the opportunity to turn that into a rivalry.
Okay.
And they took it very personal. They got their feelings hurt that I was bombing on them, that we're way ahead of them. And now I'm at this point where I find it funny when they lose. So they are on Minnesota. So consider me a big.
They played Minnesota in the contest.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Interesting.
Consider me a big Northwestern fan today.
Interesting.
So I can talk more shit. Shout out to Tara, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the kind comment. So I am sweating out. I get full transparency here. So App State was once, what are they? They've lost how many in a row? 4. So they were once 4-2, Terrell.
Yeah.
And I have a ticket, a $200 ticket for App State over 4.5 wins. They're making it really, really dicey for me because they are currently 4-6. I thought this was an automatic win because Marshall's whole team left for Southern Miss with Charles Huff, but turns out Marshall
keep a good program.
Yeah, they did. They scouted well. They brought in some guys. They're 5-5. They're playing for a bowl game. App State's still alive to make a bowl game, but they've lost 4 straight. App State is getting 5.5 at home. Kid Brewer Stadium. I need a win either here or next week, you bastards. I think next week is going to be the one. This one, I don't know. I think Marshall's playing better football, but I'm you know me, I'm stubborn. All right. I'm stubborn. I'm taking App State again because I need a win. What are you doing here?
Yeah, you can go ahead and go down this path. I'm not. Give me the Marshall Thundering Herd to get it done. Come on, man. This App State team is pretty bad. We just got to accept it. And I get it. It's the win total, man. You can't hit all the win totals. You have to lose one. If you go 100% on your win totals, Kobe, that's crazy. You got to lose one. You can't hit all of them. And so
that is true. I mean,
so cut ties. Just cut the ties. Cut the ties.
I did get laughed at for my Texas A&M to make the playoffs this year, right? And I think that's looking pretty strong.
Laughed at?
Early and go back and look at the preseason shit.
Wow.
On our Texas A&M episode, they're like, "You're a fucking idiot," which I appreciate. But how we looking? How we looking right now?
Yep.
We got, dude. actually, I lost more than one because
Actually,
Liberty.
are they guaranteed to play off? Like, if any, like, no
I
matter
think they're
what
guaranteed.
happens,
They're playing.
yeah, like, no matter what
today.
happens,
Yeah.
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 I mean,
Dude.
Sanford, a loss to Sanford would have to.
That's how they don't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
All right, you lose to Sanford.
Lose the last 2 games of the season, and you don't make the playoff.
Especially as 54-point favorites. I shouldn't
Take
celebrate
Sanford
it, I guess, right?
Take Sanford in the 54.
Liberty was the team I lost the most money on in all of college football this year, without question. No one's even close to the amount of money I've lost on Liberty. But they're still alive to make a bowl game if they win in Ruston. Can you explain to me how Liberty is this bad when they spend 3 times more than every other team in the conference? How the fuck are they 4-6 to row? See, that dude should get fired. Jamie Chadwell should get fired.
Terrorism.
Like,
he's a terrorist. He's literally a terrorist. It's actual terrorism.
Call the authorities.
That's what that is. Actually, I hope they lose.
Me too. My
Louisiana
money's
trying
already
to make
burnt.
a bowl too. Hey,
my money's already burnt.
burnt.
So at this point, fuck you. You know,
This is the last home game for Louisiana Tech here. They're trying to make a bowl as well. And next week they got to go on the road to Missouri State. Yeah. Get it done here against Liberty.
I hope they lose out. All right. All right. You know, I'm nervous to even bring this one up, but my East Carolina Pirates are alive for the playoffs, Terrell.
Oh, wow. Really?
The only thing getting in our way is the trip to San Antonio and Boca Raton. ECU was a 2.5 point favorite throughout the week. Currently, UTSA is a 1.5 point favorite.
Are you nervous?
Oh, I am, because it's just, there's no, like, the reason why I wish it was somebody else. It's about as far as you can possibly go in the conference or in the AAC, right? As far as going, like, it's the further, like this and Tulsa, I think, are the furthest you can go. So that always terrifies me whenever we play, like at Tulsa. I'm always just like, fuck, man. I don't even, this one is a little easier to get to. It's also in that filthy Alamo Dome, right? And also, there's no like history between these two programs, really. So it's like, I would feel better if like we had a game, you know, every year. Oh, I know he did. I know we played last year, but I'm saying it's kind of a new thing. But of course, you know, we got the heart of Lions, Tigers, and Bears. So we're going to figure a way to get this thing done. But am I terrified that it crossed over 0? I am. What are you doing here?
Oh, and me, UTSA. I'm not committed. And they got 2 shots to make a bowl. It's either ECU here or Army next week. And
they have every reason to play. They have every reason to play. And you saw what they did to Tulane.
No,
you know, Jeff Traylor has never lost a home game in the conference.
What?
Never lost a home game in the conference.
Oh, wow. That's
probably why the line crossed 0. Shout out to Sharky in the chat. We should talk about this. Terrell, you are a MEAC guy through and through. Shout out to the MEAC. Even though I know your team,
they've been good. Hey, dude, Delaware State's been great.
I think he should be coach of the year. The problem is,
that's crazy. He took like Delaware. Wait, when I say Delaware State was the laughing stock of the MEAC, and Deshaun Jackson of all people brought them into relevancy. The fact they're even playing for the thought that the Delaware State is even playing for a chance to go to the Celebration Bowl is insane to me.
And there's many levels to this, because Delaware State hadn't had a winning season in like 15 years or 12 years. I looked back on the FCS show a couple weeks ago on that. And look, he brought Clinton Portis as part of his staff. There was like, I think the old stereotype of like these players, especially for whatever it's worth. I think we all look at like Deshaun Jackson was a awesome punt returner and wide receiver, but he had a mouth. And I think because he had a mouth, a lot of people just thought, man, this guy's not going to be able to coach. Right. Yeah. For whatever reason, these are the stereotypes that happen.
Yeah.
The dude, in my opinion, like, I don't think this is a big enough story. Shame on College Game Day. This is I think maybe the best story in college football.
To be 8-3 at Delaware State in your first year.
Dude, and the losses, Terrell, they played at Delaware, who's on the verge of being a bowl game. You know, week one, that they lost to Delaware, who is going to be bowl eligible in the FBS. Rivalry game, to be that your first game. And if you watch that game, if it wasn't for the turnovers, that score is misleading. I watched that whole game. That was a dogfight. They easily covered. There was a 31-point spread. Easily covered that game. Their other loss is to Sacred Heart by 4. This is the only game that I would say they really shit the bed, but Sacred Heart's an 8-win team. They're 8-3 in the FCS, right? Their other loss is to the number 1 offense in the FCS, Monmouth, who's 9-2, right? Number 1 offense. And they lost.
And they covered.
It was a close game for the most part. This is the best. Shame on Game Day. Game Day should have done a segment on this shit. Having Clinton Portis, and to me, I'm shocked they didn't, because having Clinton Portis, like the star power on that staff and what they're doing, is incredible. Now, at the same time, I watched that South Carolina State game against NC Central last week.
Oh yeah, they put it on them,
dude. South Carolina State's a good fucking team, man. Their quarterback Atkins.
South Carolina State was in the game with South Carolina, and they held the South Carolina offense in that game. It was because the South Carolina offense had special teams had a punt return. I think they had 2 punt return touchdowns in that game, or I know for a fact 1. I think it was also a defensive touchdown in the game. Like, it was very that 38-10 against South Carolina is very misleading. They very much were in the game, and they were holding the South Carolina offense down. So it's going to be a really, really tough game. I think this is going to be a great game. I really think you should watch it if you want to watch some MEAC football here. And I'm going to say it. I think Delaware State is still in the game. Like, they continue to find ways.
They're getting 5.5 points. They're going to cover this. They're going to cover this. Now,
maybe they lose the game. Maybe they take their first home loss here, because the South Carolina State program is a good program. They understand what it takes to get to the Celebration Bowl, and I think this is what happens. It happened. What was that? 2019, I want to say, the year with FAMU and North Carolina A&T, where A&T had been to the Celebration before. They knew what it took to get there. They finished their year out strong after losing to FAMU, and so FAMU last game of the year threw a pick 6, lost Bethune-Cookman again, lost their chance to go. Some teams don't end the MEAC, especially being that young, just kind of falter at the end when it's that game you gotta win to get there.
This place gonna
I still think this is gonna be lit. I think you gotta take the points. Take the points. This is a close game. South Carolina State wins by 3. That's what I'm with you.
Chennis Berry, in my opinion, in 2 years, because Buddy Pugh was running that South Carolina State program, and Buddy was a legendary coach, but he's retired, and he needed to retire, in my opinion. Like, it just seemed like the final couple of years, the wheels were falling off a little bit. Yeah. But Chennis Berry, you have my attention, good sir, because I think the way he's turned this thing around so quick. 9-3 last year, made the Celebration Bowl in year 1. 8-3 right now, in position to go to the Celebration Bowl. They played. He was at Benedict previously, where he was 27-7. This dude can fucking coach. If I'm an FBS school and you're not looking at this dude, I hope he stays at South Carolina State and does a Buddy Pugh thing. But at the same time, I think the guy is well qualified as a damn good football coach. If you look at his track record, I think South Carolina State will end up winning the game too.
And look out for the Delaware State running back, Gillis here, running the football. Really good runner of the football.
Talk about Clinton Portis.
Talk about Clinton Portis. Yeah. Hey, really good runner of the football. And last week, number 1 for Central, who I've been talking about all season, great running back in Mosley. He ran for 100 yards and was able to still get 100 yards on the ground on this team. So if Gillis is able to get loose and get going, and they lean on that run game, play really good defense in this game, it's going to be close. It's going to be tough, man. You got to take the points with Delaware State. It's too many points at this point, but money line does make me nervous. I won't lie. It makes me a little nervous, but take points. Yeah,
and Marquise Gillis even had $123 on 17 carries against the FBS Delaware Blue Hens. So, great game. Great game. College football giving us a lot of great games today.
Shout out to the person that talked about that. Yeah.
Yes.
Great game.
And I will say, while we're here in the FCS, because the chat is talking about the brawl of the Wild, I am surprised on this line movement. Montana State, Montana. This is a great rivalry game. I was lucky enough to stumble upon this game when I was doing stand up in Montana like 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I knew what the brawl of the Wild was, but I'm saying like, just it was just I didn't go because of the brawl of the Wild. I just happened to be out there. And man, this fucking rivalry is heated, dude. They're calling for, just cold ass Montana weather. But Montana State's won, I think like 3 of 5. But man, they lost all their production from a season ago. This is why I'm pretty surprised this line movement. I'm assuming maybe someone from Montana is out because this is 5 points of line movement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still taking Montana and Bobby Hawk. Like they're 11-0. They're at home, and to me, there's blood in the water. Montana State, Tommy Malotte's in the NFL. Scottree Humphreys at New Mexico. They lost a lot of their leadership from a year ago. I will take the Grizz getting 3.5 at home in a rivalry game. That means a lot. So I don't know. I mean, like there's got to be more injury news that I know of for this line to go this much, but I'm still taking the Grizz. What are you doing, man?
I'll back you, Kobe. You sound like you're convinced in the Grizz.
But I would say pay attention to the fucking injury report because that's a lot of that's a lot of difference there in the.
And you know the FCS. Good luck finding injury report in anything college, let alone FCS. So
yeah. All right, we got it. So one of the things when I was talking to Bill Belichick. Oh no, this was not when I was talking to him. This is when he had his press conference. When he got the job, Belichick's dad and godfather and just his whole family has coached at North Carolina. So his first words, I shit you not, allegedly to him, was telling his dad, beat Duke. He said this at his press conference. Duke's laying 6.5. Duke's still alive for the ACC championship despite losing every fucking game lately. Right? It's really incredible. I'm laying the 6.5 with Duke. But I'm curious what you're doing.
Yeah, the story really doesn't move me too much. I don't know. I'm just not. I'm not a big believer. But North Carolina's been playing better. Like the defense has been. The
defense has been playing a lot better. Yeah.
I think it's crazy that Duke is still in it. Well, they're 4-2 in conference. Okay, so they are technically still in it. They're not going to make it.
No, they could easily get there. I think they win this and win next week. And just with I think one team has to lose, and they have a tiebreaker potentially on the others. I saw the scenario. It's not as ridiculous as you think.
Gio Lopez has been playing better.
Yeah,
but I feel like now the fix is in. Yeah, no. All right, I'll go with Duke.
USC Oregon, perhaps the game of the day. Trojan men are getting 10.5 points currently. Am I a fool? Because I bet USC, and I was on the grid yesterday.
Oh no, I think USC play, they play close games. I don't know if they win the game, but they play close games. Like the offense is good enough to move the football. The defense really is going to help them out enough. It turns into a shootout, and next thing you know, you're looking at USC is driving with a chance to win the game, and either they close it or either they don't. But they cover 10, so I feel pretty good about USC. Actually, I will lock up USC. Too many points.
I'm with you. I mean, I sprinkled the money line too. I like it.
Great Pac-12 game here.
Yeah, they should totally be in a conference together, like with other teams along the Pacific Ocean. I think it'd make a lot of sense.
Wow, that you think that something like that could exist? I don't even think it could exist. It would never work out. It'd never work out. They would dissolve in 20 years or so.
They'd probably give a commissioner like $50,000 a night hotel rooms in Vegas and play their games on obscure channels that you could get more access to in New Zealand. By
the way, Lincoln Riley, I feel like you gotta produce something as well. Maybe I'm not a USC person, but maybe I don't know. I think you gotta produce something. Like what have you had to show for being at USC at this point.
That's what. Well said. Well said. I like a lot of this slate at this point, at this time in the slate, around 3:00 Eastern, because I'm on.
Well,
USC.
I hate the early window. This is where the money is made. 3:00, midday, good amount of drunk, definitely high.
So you want my money line play? It is Tulane playing at Temple. Temple having 2 weeks to prep for this.
I need you to sell me.
Well, I just think, now that Brian Kelly's fired, the coach with the most wins in in college football currently is Casey Keeler, Temple's coach. Great coach. I was shocked Temple was able to hire him, by the way, this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we know how big of a disaster Temple was the past 2 years. They had like 3 wins over the past 2 years. He's 5-5, and really, I'm going to say for sure should be 6-4. Got absolutely robbed in the Navy game. You can argue the Army game as well, as he lost 14-13. This team has been passing the eye test to me. Tulane, and this is an NC Nick handicap. NC Nick was very hip to this over the years. When you are one of these teams in the South, in the American, and you have to go to November to Philadelphia to play in front of 12 people, there's no way you can be excited. It is in itself. It is in itself like it's actually a genius home field.
That is actually miserable. Yeah. That sounds miserable. Yeah. I have to fly to Philadelphia of all places and go play a game in front of 2 people.
Yeah, it is. Nick's right about this. If you go look the past 3 or 4 years or 5 years that we've been doing this shit, and he has nailed some big time money line dogs. Some of the teams were terrible. They didn't win, but they covered. It was like Memphis went there. The year Memphis, had their best season, they barely got by them in November. And Temple's like a 1-win team. There's something about that I think is valid. Also, they've had a bye week, so 2 weeks to prep. And to be honest, Tulane has been living on the edge all season, man. Like, I feel like a lot of these games, go back to the Army game, shouldn't have beat Army. ECU had plenty of chances to beat them. ECU shit the bed. UTSA destroyed them. I just don't think they're that good this year. And I'm on Temple. I think Temple, like 8, and getting more than a touchdown. I think the money line is live. So plus 260, I think it is. Jump in.
All right. I'm not gonna lie, Kobe. Very good job in selling me. Very good job.
I got my Bruce Pearl on, huh? I can get you a Cadillac. I can get you a fully loaded Cadillac.
A couple of things I want to add here.
What's that?
One, better offense here on that side, in the Temple side of things here, than the Tulane. And that's crazy because Tulane is a top 25 team, but PFF ranks Temple right now as the better offense and being able to move football. So just wanted to throw that note.
Oh, I like that. So we're going in on these owls. Who the fuck are you out there listening? If you're not throwing some money on these Temple owls, dial 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE for my premium plays. I got another one at this time slate, and I might get pissed on. I don't like getting pissed on, but Kentucky is in Nashville catching 9 points. I think Vanderbilt will win this game, but I think that is too many points for a rivalry game. I will take the 9 points. I think Kentucky's defense, playing for a bowl game too. I think Vanderbilt wins this one like something like, I don't know, 17-14, 20-14, 17-13. Give me the points and these Wildcats. What are you thinking?
Get pissed on. No, I'm not falling for the Kentucky trap anymore. This team sucks. Vanderbilt gets it done. I'm not fading Pavia. When I fade Pavia, it doesn't work. So I'm taking Vanderbilt and laying the points. But best of luck.
Yeah. That's a bet too. Now, no money line. Don't. Gary's saying money line. Not me. I don't want to get pissed on that bet, but I mean, it wouldn't shock me, especially with Tennessee on deck. It is a look ahead spot.
When I see P, I move out the way. That's what I do. Just saying. I see some. I see P.
Get that on record.
So I'm not getting pissed on.
This might be the best game of the day with implications for the playoffs. I mean, Oregon. There's the Big 12 game we'll talk about in a second, but Pitt, Georgia Tech If Georgia Tech wins, they solidify the ACC championship. If Pitt wins, they get really close to the ACC championship. Georgia Tech's only laying 2.5. This line has not moved at all. I think someone in the chat was saying they're going to be at this game. Shout out to that. Make sure you tag us at TCE on SGPN. I took Pitt just because I feel like everybody is on Georgia Tech. And I also think Pitt has a number 9 run defense in the country. I know Georgia Tech has thrown the ball successfully over the past 3 games. Pitt is a different look. I know Pitt's pass defense is currently 81st, but one thing I do know about Pitt, they send a lot of fucking guys. It is a hard like you'll have success on some passes, you really will, because Faulkner, the OC for Georgia Tech's a genius, but you also have potential for pick sixes and stuff. There's a lot of movement. It's hard for. It's weird. It's like a catch-22 offense. Like they give up the big play, but they can also force the big play, and they also send multiple guys at you. So I feel like if you, it's almost like an NFL defense. I would say like not the level of player, but the stuff you have to read at the line of scrimmage. So I'm on Pitt. I think they could force Haynes King into a turnover. Now, obviously, Desmond Reed is out, who's one of their best running backs. That does suck, but I took Pitt. What'd you do here?
So if you go back and you look at the Notre Dame and how that game started last week, it really, really got out of hand early, and it was just no chance from them coming back because this great run defense, allowed Jeremiah Love to have the big run for the touchdown that kind of, kicked things off. And then the first play from scrimmage, you throw a pick six going the other way. Like all the momentum, everything on both sides of the ball, the air is out of the team and they're just dead at that point. I think that this defense comes back alive this week. They have been focused on the run game. They have prepped for Haynes King and this team all week. I think that this is going to be a big defensive game by the Pitt Panthers. They're able to get it done. And I think that I'm not a believer. One, I'm not a believer in Georgia Tech. I'm not a believer in Haynes King actually being like this upper echelon QB everybody wants to put him into the atmosphere of. I think he's a very solid, decent QB, but not one of the top guys. I think he can make a mistake. And Brett Key has not been good as a favorite. You take him as a dog, you fade him as a favorite. Give me Pitt.
Yeah, I'm with you. A couple games left. Tennessee, Florida. Tennessee hasn't won in the Swamp in 22 years. Is this the day? The line there is 3.5. I took Florida too, man. Like Tennessee's got to prove it to me at this point.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to bury the lead there.
No, you're good. You're good. I can't. They got to prove it to me. Florida's had some terrible fucking teams over the years, and they've over the past 15 years, Florida's had some like 5-win teams, like multiple years, and they still somehow one of those 5 wins is against Tennessee. So they got to prove it to me.
This Tennessee team lost to Graham Mertz in the Swamp. Like I'm sure Florida would be fine. I'm sure they would be perfectly fine. Give me Florida Gators.
We got a great rivalry game in the ACC. Some would even say one of the better rivalries in the ACC these days. Cal, Stanford. The band is on the field. Cal's laying 3.5 on the farm. Dude, I think Stanford's the play. I bet Stanford money line.
How many times have they played?
No, they've been playing this shit forever, man. This goes back to the days. Pop Warner coach for fucking Stanford back in the day.
It's like feels like legendary.
It's a great rivalry. It's a great rivalry, and it's always wacky. It's always this is how you like. To me, I get it. It's like Stanford. That's part of what makes it great is they're both like incredibly smart schools. So it even goes more to the fact of like it's.
Imagine if they play other schools like that.
Yeah, it'd be really cool, right? If they if they're in a conference with like say the other big game there in the Pacific, USC and Oregon, or Washington, UCLA.
Oh yeah, if they were in the same conference as USC, that'd be crazy.
Be, like super cool.
Unheard of. Give me Stanford in the points.
Frank Wright plus 145 money line, and the biggest game in the Big 12 today. BYU is at Cincinnati. Major implications on the playoffs or the Big 12 championship game. BYU is laying 2.5, and BYU, I love your guys' story. You guys got fucked over last year by the committee, in my opinion. but I think it's a bad spot for you because I think if BYU wins this game, they're going to beat UCF next week, and they still might get in the Big 12 championship. I got them losing though here in Cincinnati because they never played Cincinnati. I mean, they have a couple times, but not really. And I just Bachmeier on the road is still a question for me. He's throwing for like each time he's gone on the road, it's been like he's throwing for like $160, $170. I don't know that you can count on the run that much. Running a pro style offense. So as Cincinnati lost last week, they're still alive for the Big 12 championship.
But they really lost last week. Like they should have won that game against Arizona. And that's where I'm like, I don't know, Kobe. We fade this BYU team, and they really we say they haven't been to this place, and they travel here. Then they go and they travel, and they kick that team's ass.
It's to me though, they're one if you look at their road schedule right now, at ECU, which is turning out to a nice win, that was ECU's fault, throwing a fucking pass at the 1 yard line right before the half. At Colorado, in my opinion, they should have lost this game. I thought Colorado outplayed them. They got very fortunate to win that game. At Arizona, they win in overtime. And to me, they did. Now, the Iowa State game, their most impressive road win. But even with that, man, and that was the one Bachmeier threw, but Iowa State was down both corners. I need to see it more. I think I got to take Cincy.
I don't know. I'm tired of losing money with this BYU team. Give me BYU.
There we go. And that's our slate. Let's hit with a money line round robin here that has Temple on the card, like we touched on. Temple.
Oh man, I can't believe I'm
Temple plus 260 money line. What do you think about adding USC to the card? No.
Outright Kiffin.
Not Kiffin.
Sure. No, they
Lincoln
can. We
Riley,
can. That's in the maybe pile. I'm not opposed to it. We don't have
about
to.
Washington State or Delaware? Delaware against Wake. Come on, that's it.
All right.
I like Georgia Southern to become bowl eligible against Old Dominion. Old Dominion's got nothing to play for. They can't win the championship.
Off the beat. Okay.
Plus 300 for Georgia Southern. Actually, so let's do that. Georgia Southern and Temple.
And they're at home too.
Georgia Southern and Temple. We'll start our play.
Georgia Southern, Temple. Yes.
All right.
USC is a hard, or Delaware. So Georgia State. So Georgia Southern, Temple for sure. Either USC or Delaware. Which of the two do you feel better about?
To win on the money line, I think we should explore other options first.
Okay. All right.
Because I think to win on the money line, we should consider.
Because I think both of those two teams cover, but win outright is. I get it. Let's see what else is here.
What about Pitt?
It's a little yapper.
Or Florida? Florida at home. That's it.
Yeah. Right. Tennessee's going to fold this. They're going to find a way to lose that game. Yeah.
All right. That's 3.
Oh, we're doing one more.
And I have it.
All right.
It's a rivalry game going on in San Diego. I think San Jose State at plus 360 on the road, but no one goes to these games. So are you really on the road? I would ask you. San Jose State. I mean, I also think Dion in Colorado could upset Arizona State tonight.
I actually do like Colorado.
Let's take the Buffs.
That's Sims. That's Jeff Sims at quarterback. Let's fade Jeff Sims at quarterback. What?
He's played one game at that stadium. It was awful. Plus 200 for the Buffs. Add it to the card. Add Stanford too if you want. Let's go. Folks, make sure you check out the NBA Gambling Podcast and the WNBA Gambling Podcast. Shout out to Terrell at reallyRel __ on Twitter. Give the man a follow. All right. I'm on Twitter at TheColbyD. The College Football Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Till next time, this is the College Football Experience. Appreciate everyone in the chat. Enjoy today, because look, if you're a real sicko, not only the FCS, there's big games. D2, D3, NAIA. Oh yeah, we don't fuck around. Let's go. Have a wonderful day, folks. Till next time, this is the College Football Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Shoot.